Good morning. Welcome to Abrasive and Proud of It Live. I am your host, MikeZ. Joined with me is Chris, and today we're talking email deals. We're also going to be showing you what our email looks like in case you haven't signed up for it at woodworkingshop.com. But Chris, how are you doing today?
Well, it's raining where I'm at, and but hey, that's a different. Still get to see a beautiful day, so let's loving these deals for this afternoon.
That's right. Good morning, Dave. Glad you could join us. So let's take a look here. By the way, woodworkingshop.com is where we are located. So sale good till the end of the month. Still going to be our Mini Mac mops. Those are 20% off.
Yeah, if you do any kind of detail carving, where you got to get into really tight areas, but you don't want to ruin those details, those mini mops are the way to go. Very good deal, and at 20% off, there's really no reason why you shouldn't pick up one or all three sizes while you got a chance to save some money.
That's right. And in each kit, you're going to basically get like a 122, 23, 20, and a mandrel. So you'll have everything that you need to get started.
Yep. And if you get all three kits, then you'll have each size you need and everything you need to get started.
That's right. 1 inch, 1.5, and 2 inch. Also, it's talking about Sandflex, the world's only impregnated rubber block that you can use to clean rust, shine up some metal, gardening tools, bolts. What else you got?
Oh, great for any kind of hobby or craft you do, whether that's in a wood shop, metal shop, or maybe just throw it in the RV, the boat, wherever you go traveling. Any kind of hobby and you do, that's a fantastic item to have with you. Cleans up rust, to build up debris. Great little block, and with that being rubberized block impregnated with that grain all the way through, you're never going to run out of grain until you run out of block.
Absolutely. And just so you know, since Klingspor, that is a Klingspor product, we have the lowest price on the web at $11.95, and we're going to make it even sweeter at $2 off for $9.95.
Well, I've got
Also,
3 or 4 sets. I guess I need to go buy another set.
it doesn't hurt. It's not like they go bad. Also, the 5-star penetrating lubricant still on sale at $19.75 until the end of September. The Flex Cut Deluxe Starter Carving Set is 10% off. You get 16 blades, 2 handles, and a slip strap to keep it sharp.
Yeah, if you're looking for a good starter set and Christmas is coming up, looking for those gifts, uh, that's a fantastic starter set. Gives you a little bit of everything to get going. So if you're looking to get into it, that's a good set and a very good company.
Absolutely. Made in the U.S. Also, just to mention, we have our Green Tech sheets. We have had Green Tech in the disc form for quite a while. Now we offer Green Tech in 9x11 sheets, and I just added to the web this morning the Festool RTS and LS130 sheets. Though they have the 14 holes in them. We now have those in Green Tech as well. So Green Tech's starting to come up the chains with everything we've got. Also, Glow Force is a 1,000 lumen floodlight with flexible gooseneck. It will last for 3.5 hours on full blast, or if you want to do a half blast, it's 7 hours.
Yeah, if you're having a bad day, that'll brighten your day up for sure.
And the Prep and Weapon uses standard quarter sheet. You have little cam locks that'll lock it in place, a nice hand holder, just all around great accessory to hand sanding. Prep and Weapon is 10% off at $20.65, good till the end of the month.
Yeah, one surefire way if you're doing any kind of sanding and you want a good finish is to make sure that the end result of your sanding is the workpiece is flat. And that Prep and Weapon will definitely get you there. And with that being the flip handle, that makes it easy to change out from grit to grit. And so, hey, if you're doing a little hand sanding, that's worth looking into. And with everything on sale,
Absolutely.
it makes sense to take advantage.
So those were all the sales that we've had for the past 2 weeks for the whole month. And now we're going to take a look at what our email looks like. So therefore, you can kind of get an idea what to expect in your inbox, and then we'll go through our presentation of it. But one of my favorite items that we have is the UltraFlex premium sanding pads. These are a 5 millimeter dense foam, single-sided abrasive, and great for just, overall scuffing, detail mold sanding. There's a lot of great uses for it, and it's now a standard in my shop.
Yeah, and the nice thing about that particular foam and grain configuration is that it is waterproof. So if you need to use that with some kind of lubricant, you can certainly do that, especially with the like if you're doing epoxy finishes, things like that. Sometimes it's nice to have that in a waterproof application.
Absolutely. So water or oil proof does work great for both of those applications. Then if we scroll down, we have select vertical and horizontal toggle clamps. Now remember, this is how our email is presented. Very simple, not overdone. We don't try to cram your inbox full of useless emails. But you can save 10% on both vertical and horizontal.
Mm-hmm.
And if you take a look here, here's the item numbers if you're looking for a 200-pound vertical, which is on the bottom. And then if you're looking for 500 or 750 horizontal, basically great deals to snag these up now. They are in stock, so it's well worth it.
You know, a lot of people ask, what in the heck would you even use that for? Well, if you're making any kind of woodworking where you're going to be making more than one, likely you're going to be making a jig. And if you're going to be making jigs, you're most likely going to need toggle clamps. Toggle clamps make it really easy to affix a part, mill it, and release that part from the fixture so that you can then put your next part in. And so toggle clamps come in very handy, whether it's the horizontal or the vertical, and you'll find a number of different uses. They're very adjustable. I've got several in my shop that I use quite a bit for different things.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, making jigs, fixtures, hold downs, all kinds of stuff like that, making sleds, you know, take a look at those. And with 10% off, I mean, it's worth investing in a couple just to see what you can do in your shop to make a difference and make things better.
Give a little shout out to Connor. Your daddy is right. No, we're not the best, but we appreciate your support on that and your comment. Thank you. So taking a look here at, we have a pattern file assortment from Nicholson. Let's go ahead and take a look real quick at what that looks like up close. Wrong one. Hold on. There we go. And so you get a 6-piece set, 4-inch long files, all the different shapes and sizes you would need to sharpen pretty much anything at the house. This is a great gift for anyone for Christmas. Anyone who has a shop, has chainsaws, power tools of any kind that basically need to keep them sharp, lawnmower blades, you name it. This is actually a really great set to have for them for the holidays.
Yeah, and then, you know, filing has kind of become a lost art, but really, back in the day, that was really the best way to sharpen things. You know, everybody's kind of going another route, but files are always handy no matter what you're doing with them. Cleaning and deburring, sharpening, great thing to have in a shop as a tool to grab when you need it.
Absolutely. And having a convenient pouch makes it even better in the gift when you want to put it in the stocking. So also router speed control. I have done some investigation on this and I can confirm that it is for universal AC and DC motors. So it doesn't necessarily just have to be for the router, but if you're looking for something that has up to 15 amp control, you can make it variable speed on one side or just full speed control on the other side. This is actually a really handy part to have in the shop for tools where you didn't have variable speed to begin with.
Yeah, now I will advise, I have seen people try to use these on existing tools with a variable speed, and there are some limitations when you're trying to do that. Some tools with pre-installed variable speed control that comes that way from the manufacturer, they may have some may not cooperate very well. So be kind of cautious on that. But everything else that needs to have speed control, hey, have at it.
Yep. If you didn't have speed control already on the tool, that is a great addition to add to it. We do have bandsaw tires. So it's a urethane. The best way we know to put them on is to actually put them into warm water, allow them to kind of get stretchy, and then put them around your tire. Removing any existing tire off of there would be more helpful, but they are 10% off. And then the digital caliper. I have one of these. Actually, I have two of these, one at work and one at home, but these are a stainless steel frame, very smooth movement. You have 3 different readouts. So you've got inch in decimals, you've got inch in fractions, and you have metric. Therefore, you can kind of get an idea of everything that you're working with. And if you only have metric or if you only have SAE, you can then find the sizes you need. The jaw depth outside jaw is 1 9/16, while the inside is 5/8.
Yeah, so whether you're trying to measure inside, outside, or a hole depth, this will cover it all. And I'm like you, Mike. I've got one myself in my shop. I do a lot of CNC work, so I make sure that my parts are to spec before I put them on the machine, and that really does get you very accurate results.
Absolutely. Yeah. When we have it at work here, what we're using is if someone asks us what the size of something is, that's the first thing I go to is that 6-inch digital caliper, just because then I can give them the exact measurements, whether it's in decimal or fractions, whatever the customer's looking for, we can make sure that we get that for them.
Yep. And 10% off, that's a handy tool to have in the shop. Even if you just use it 3 or 4 times a year, it'll pay for itself and you'll find a lot of uses for that thing.
Absolutely. Did you know that Klingspor has its own line of saw blades, bandsaw blades especially? We also have table saw blades too. But what we have here is we have our hard edge flex blades. So these are really good for just general applications, usually for the shop. Tooth hardness is around 64 to 65. Hobby shop, production shop applications, anything where you're going to be doing maybe some contour or resawing, these are great for. My favorite one of the spec sheet was the wet ice or the dry ice. I always think that's kind of funny to find people are actually using it for that, but it is. If you have any soft non-ferrous metals, aluminum, brass, things along those lines, they work really good for. And these are going to be 10% off. So anywhere between 1526 to 2426, and in select sizes of 70.5 to 116-inch long.
Yep. And one of the best features about that is, Mike, you can slap an American flag on that because it is made in the USA.
Even better. Let's take a look next. All right. Have you used Kutzall before? We had them on for our extravaganza, and it's a really nice family-owned company. They've been around for about 60 years, and they've been making quality the whole time they've been around. Kind of one of the pioneers when it came down to certain carbide type of applications with carving. But we have here, for instance, their grinding discs. They have very coarse, medium, coarse, and fine. All of those are going to be $53.96 each, so they're 10% off. You'll find that this is a little bit less expensive than some of the competitors out there against Kutzall, but in the power carving industry, they have some great materials. I did want to go through a real quick and just mention what their 3 different types of carbide applications are. One is the Kutzall Original, which is applied to their burrs, their hand rasps, the dish wheels, and the shaping discs. All of those are 10% off. The coating is randomly positioned teeth, removing material rapidly. The sharp teeth create smooth cutting action, which provides very easy control. The Extreme, which is popular out there with like Brigham. I'm trying to think of some other wood carvers now off the top of my head, and I apologize. But basically, the Extreme is an open grain. It's pattern arrangement of conical teeth, so very sharp, very deep gouging, fast removal, resists loading on soft materials, highly aggressive cutting action, which is perfect for the carver looking to remove a lot of stock quickly with minimal effort. And then you have the Kutzall Grit, which if we go back to the discs, you'll notice on the fine how that one kind of looks more like a powder coating. And what that particular coating is the Kutzall Grit, which is a rugged, hard, sharp edge grit coating. It's remarkably impact resistant, geared for punishing applications. It's excellent for grinding fiberglass, similar composites, working on soft tile, masonry, and even soft stone. So all of these are very good for power carving, for shaping, a lot of different options there, but all of the Kutzall is 10% off, and that is good till the end of the month.
Yeah, so whether you need to fine tune something by hand with one of their rasps, or you need to be aggressive and do heavy removal or dishing out with an angle grinder, they've got you covered on all of those. And they've really taken this technology and expanded on it from what it used to be. And wow, they've done a good job, and they put out a really good product.
Absolutely. And then, of course, they're just family people, which is always good to deal with. They're a lot of fun. And so in our email as well, you'll find out that, hey, guess what? There's an advertisement for what you're watching today. And that is the Abrasive and Proud of It at 11 a.m. on Tuesdays. And then we want you to get Abrasive and Proud of It with us and understand more about abrasive. So here we have started a blog on our website, which has things like silicon carbide, aluminum oxide, green tech. Get to know all of our materials, help you learn which is the best for your application, because there isn't just one abrasive that fits all applications. Anyways, every one of them's got a little bit better acceleration than others. But if you want to find out more in the email, we are trying to give you that information to empower you on better decision making, especially when it comes to abrasives.
Yeah, and of course, if there's ever any questions, feel free to go visit our website and click the chat link and type your question there. We'll be happy to answer it. Mike and I are usually on there. and we'll be happy to communicate with you and make sure you get the right answer and get the right product that's for your application.
And don't forget to
And
stop by and say hello if you recognize us from here, because we always enjoy talking to people who are either fans of the show or just want to tell us how much we need to cut our goatees. Really doesn't matter.
yeah,
Anything you got to say, let us know.
see, I had mine behind the microphone. It works out pretty well.
So that is woodworkingshop.com. You can call us at 800-228-0000 24 hours a day.
Yep. And you can go on there and sign up for a catalog, sign up for the emails, check out the different deals. And there's a lot of stuff going on. We've got a brand new site, so it's constantly under construction. We're revamping it and modernizing it. We're adding stuff all the time. And so go check us out there, look at the help desk, and, let us know how we can help you with your woodworking.
Help us help you. That's always my favorite. Also, one last thing we have, and then Chris, if you have CNC questions, router bits, saw blades, pretty much anything woodworking related, Chris is going to be your go-to resource by far. So, definitely stop by woodworkingshop.com, ask us a question, send us an email at sales@woodworkingshop.com. We'll be glad to help you out in any way that we can. But the final thing I want to cover is that Shaper is having a back to the shop promo. If you buy the Shaper Origin and the Workstation together anywhere between the 15th and the 29th of September, you will receive a free microsys, free 3 carbide cutters, and a free 2-hour Origin onboarding course. Both Chris and I have used the Shaper Origin. We've had demonstrations with Andy Berkey on the Shaper Origin. It's just one of the cool CNC machines out there that's handheld.
Yeah, and speaking of that, there's a lot of options. They keep upgrading and modernizing their platform, so there's a lot of designs out there that are accessible. And really, if you're doing any kind of install, that is a go-to tool to be able to do really customizable inlays and things in whatever you're installing. That does a really nice job. Makes it very versatile.
Absolutely. And if you're starting out and you want something that has a capability with 1/4 and 1/8 inch shank bits for $3,000, that's a great deal to get started on. And they're in stock. Great customer service, warranty, the whole 9 yards is actually very, very well laid out. And the company is very specialized in what they do. So if you have a certain pattern or something that you're looking for to mimic or copy, recreate, for instance, they have a support team behind them that will help get the software up and running to where you can use it for what you need it for. There's just, it's a very nice community of help and assistance with them.
Yeah. Yeah, and the community of users is actually growing leaps and bounds. And so, a lot of people to draw from, both from the technical side as well as the user side, to get some ideas and see how it can change things in your shop.
Absolutely. And if you want to save $5 on anything at all at woodworkingshop.com, use the coupon code Abrasive and Proud. This way, you'll let our boss know that you want us to keep doing this and save yourself $5 at the same time.
Yep.
It's a win-win.
And reach out to us if there's technical things you need us to cover, things you'd like to see on here. Let us know that as well. You can reach out to us through the Crisp line or sales@woodworkingshop.com. And hey, we'll get back with you and see if we can't get that rolling for you.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for watching us today. We know that a lot of these have been sales pitch more aimed at. We just want to get you familiar with who we are, our emails that we're releasing to you, what is contained in them. But future Abrasive and Proud of It lives will have more hands-on demonstrations, more explanation videos. Chris is currently working on one now for contour sanding. So like we had mentioned, those mini mops, we have a full line of, up to 10 inches by 4 inch wide contour sanding mops called the Mac mops, all the way down to the 1 inch mini mop. So we have a lot of different options to help cover that for the contour sander.
Yeah, and if you remember one of our last live episodes last year, we were standing in an empty warehouse. Well, that warehouse is now full, and we do plan on giving you a tour of that. So that's in the one of the upcoming episodes. And then right now, because that's now full and all of our customer service has moved over there. Oops, sorry about that.
I'll just go ahead and knock it over.
Then our AV room is being remodeled now. So there's a lot coming down the line with the extravaganza. We got a lot to get ready for that. So just know there's a ton of technical stuff coming your way. And as we move forward in the next couple of months, you're going to see that even this on Tuesday is going to change. So look forward to the changes, look forward to all the upcoming things, and we do appreciate you hanging with us and watching.
Thank you so much for watching us on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. We appreciate everyone out there. And so for Abrasive and Proud of It Live, I'm MikeZ.
I'm Chris.
You guys have a great day, and thank you so much for watching.
See you next time.